This debate today, it's about who gets to be an American. What opinions do we have to be counted as Americans? This is what this debate is about, Madam Speaker. There is this idea that you are a suspect if you are an immigrant, or if you are from certain parts of the world, or a certain skin tone, or a Muslim. It is no accident that members of the Republican Party accused the first Black president, Barack Obama, of being a secret Muslim. It is no accident that former President Donald Trump led a birther movement that falsely claimed he was born in Kenya.
Nicole Malliotakis calls out Ilhan Omar for her anti-American and anti-Israel remarks on the House floor. In this video, Listen Reacts breaks down the fiery exchange, the hypocrisy in Washington, and why Malliotakis' stand matters for every patriotic American.
Is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I yield 2 minutes to the gentlelady from the great state of New York, Nicole Malliotakis.
The gentlewoman from New York is recognized for 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We've heard from my colleagues the reasons why the Representative Omar should be removed from this committee, but I feel like all the reasons have not just yet been stated, which is why I rise to add for the record. We've heard about the comments that were made regarding anti-Semitism and anti-Israeli views, but I rise to add to the record that as a member of the Foreign Affairs Committee, I've sat there and heard the representative actually spew anti-American rhetoric as well. I've been in that committee room where the representative equates Israel and the United States to Hamas and the Taliban. Absolutely unacceptable for a member of that committee. I've also heard the representative equate that it is the United States' fault that there is turmoil in Venezuela. That is not because of the oppressive socialist and communism that has spread throughout Central and South America and Venezuela at the hands of the Maduro and Hugo Chavez regimes. That is unacceptable. And as a New York representative, to hear the representative belittle, to try to diminish the worst terrorist attack on United States soil on September 11, 2001, as some people did something, that is unacceptable as well. And I hold the same standard for this side of the aisle that I do the other, because when another colleague on my side said something about 9/11, I also voted to have her removed from the Education Committee because I thought that was inappropriate. So I'm being consistent here, and I hope my colleagues will do the same to show that this is about consistency and accountability, because we should not have an individual with those views on the committee that is tasked with representing our country and our Congress to foreign nations. I yield back.
The gentlelady yields back.
Welcome back to Listen Reacts, the channel where truth, patriotism, and courage still mean something. If you're tired of the lies, the hypocrisy, and the double standards coming from Washington, D.C., then hit that subscribe button, tap the like, and let's keep the voice of the American people alive. Now, let's talk about what just happened in Congress. Representative Nicole Malliotakis from New York stood up and said what so many of us have been thinking for years. She exposed Ilhan Omar, not just for her anti-Israel remarks, but for something even worse, her anti-American rhetoric. Malliotakis didn't hold back, and frankly, it was about time someone called this out on the House floor. Think about this for a second. Omar, who sits on the Foreign Affairs Committee, has compared the United States and Israel to Hamas and the Taliban. That's not just misguided, that's a total disgrace. How can someone represent America on the world stage when they constantly speak against everything this country stands for? You can't call yourself a representative of the United States while pushing narratives that sound like they came straight out of our enemy's playbook. And let's not forget, this is the same Ilhan Omar who once brushed off the September 11th attacks as some people did something. That statement alone disqualifies her from ever sitting on a committee that deals with foreign threats or national security. September 11th wasn't some people did something. It was a calculated act of terror that killed thousands of innocent Americans. To downplay that horror is to disrespect every single victim, every first responder, and every family who still lives with that pain. Malliotakis reminded everyone that she holds both sides accountable. She's not playing party politics, she's standing for truth. When a Republican made an inappropriate comment about 9/11, she voted to remove her too. That's what integrity looks like. That's what accountability looks like. Something Washington has forgotten. And yet, you'll still see the media twisting the story, painting Omar as the victim, calling her removal politically motivated. No. What's politically motivated is keeping someone on a powerful foreign committee who clearly doesn't believe in America's mission, who blames our country for the failures of socialist regimes like those in Venezuela. Malliotakis called it out plain and clear. It's not America's fault that Venezuela collapsed. It's socialism. It's communism. The same failed ideologies that the left keeps flirting with here at home. At the end of the day, this isn't about partisanship. This is about protecting our country's image, standing firm in our values, and refusing to apologize for being American. When someone on the Foreign Affairs Committee compares our nation to terrorist groups, that's a red line. And I, for one, am glad Malliotakis had the courage to say it out loud. So, what do you think? Should Ilhan Omar have ever been allowed on that committee to begin with? Drop your thoughts below. I read every comment. And if you believe in defending truth, standing for our country, and exposing hypocrisy wherever it hides, make sure you're subscribed to A Listen Reacts. Because here, we don't back down. We stand up for America every single time.